Good morning, students. In the last video, I started with chapter 3, Constitutional Design. In the previous video, I explained you about the democratic constitution in South Africa, wherein you got to know about the famous leader Nelson Mandela, and you also studied about a unique system of racial discrimination which was called as apartheid. Then we discussed the topic, why do we need a constitution? Under which I discussed these 4 points. It generates a degree of trust, it specifies how the government will be constituted, it lays down limits on the powers of the government, and it expresses the aspirations of the people about creating a good society. So today I'll start with the topic, making of the Indian Constitution. Like South Africa, India's constitution was also drawn up under very difficult circumstances. What were the difficult circumstances? You know, there was a partition between India and Pakistan, and that partition was not very easy process. In fact, Britishers, when they left our country was completely devastated. If I'll explain it to you, I mean our country was economically, culturally and socially, in all the spheres, our country was completely devastated. The making of the constitution for a huge and diverse country, the amount of variety that we see in our country is found nowhere. Diverse country like India was not an easy affair. It was not an easy job. At that time, the people of India were emerging from the status of subjects to that of citizens. From the status of subjects to that of citizens. Citizen means now you have all the right. You can ask from government. Subject means you are only treated as an individual residing in that area and you cannot claim for any rights. आपकी डिग्निटी कुछ नहीं होती है सब्जेक्ट में. आपकी डिग्निटी, आपकी इंपॉर्टेंस तब होती है जब आप एक रिस्पेक्टेबल सिटीजन होते हैं. द कंट्री वॉज बॉर्न थ्रू अ पार्टीशन India and Pakistan on the basis of religious differences. So India was Hindu dominated area as it is said, and Pakistan was Muslim dominated. This was a traumatic experience for the people of India and Pakistan. At least 10 lakh people were killed on both sides of the border in partition related violence. So this partition created a huge ruckus which led to a huge violence. In this violence, more than 10 lakh people were killed. You must have heard from your grandmother and grandfather about the problems that they had gone through during the partition phase. There was another problem. The British had left it to the rulers of the princely states to decide whether they wanted to merge with India or with Pakistan or remain independent. Now, what were princely states? Actually, during the British era, the states were ruled by the princes. राजा रानी का टाइम था वो. तो वहां के जो प्रिंस होते थे, but the states were subordinate to the British crown. कंट्रोल उनके ऊपर ब्रिटिशर्स का था और वहां के जो प्रिंसेस थे. सो यहाँ पे अगर जब भी यू कम अक्रॉस द वर्ड प्रोविंस, वो स्टेट होता है. सो प्रिंसली स्टेट मीन्स the states which were under the princes but were under the complete control of the Britishers. So if you see here, Britishers gave 3 choice to all the princely states, and this choice was given under Indian Independence Act of 1947. So because in your book it is not given in so much of detail, I have tried to explain you like this. The 3 choices were either join India or join Pakistan, and the last choice was remain independent, sovereign. That is Swaraj, sovereign. इसको sovereign बोलते हैं. Sovereign. Reign is rule और sovereign self. स्वराज. गांधी जी ने भी ये word दिया था. Now, under this, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was given the task of integrating the princely states. That is, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was given a very difficult task to convince the princely states to join India. There were certain states which wanted to remain independent. This task was accomplished by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. That is the Iron Man of India. And that is why in the remembrance of this difficult task, if you all know, इन्हीं की याद में, इनके इस काम की याद में इतना ह्यूज स्टैचू बनाया गया है, that is Statue of Unity. If today India is united, it is all because of the effort of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. He convinced all the princely states to join India. Yes, there were certain states in the beginning which wanted to remain independent, Junagadh, Hyderabad, Bhopal, but because of the effort of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, these states also joined India. The merger of these princely states was a difficult and uncertain task, and this difficult task was accomplished by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. When the constitution was being written, the future of the country did not look as secure as it does today, because it was for the first time that a constituent assembly was framed to frame the constitution for India. The makers of the constitution had anxieties. They were worried about the present and the future of the country, because for the first time when a work is done, of course, the people are worried. And that anxiety has been talked about here, that the makers of the constitution, the people who were there in the constituent assembly, were worried that what would be the future of the country. They were given a very difficult task. You know, constitution is called as a living document. Why do we call it as a living document? ये एक ऐसा डॉक्यूमेंट है जो लिखा तो बहुत साल पहले गया है, लेकिन आज भी everything that is happening in our country, it is based on the provisions written in the Constitution. The path to Constitution. Despite all these difficulties, there was one big advantage for the makers of the Indian Constitution. Unlike South Africa, they did not have to create a consensus. Consensus means agreement about what a democratic India should look like. So one thing that the makers of the Indian Constitution, one problem that they did not face, that unlike South Africa, they did not have to create an agreement, because much of this consensus had evolved during the freedom struggle. So since revolt of 1857, the Indians, they knew very well that what kind of constitution they want for their country, a constitution based on liberty, equality and fraternity. Because the people were deprived of their fundamental rights. They were staying in their homeland, but they were deprived of the basic rights that should be given to the citizen of the country. So unlike South Africa, the people or the members of the Constituent Assembly, they did not face this problem. Our national movement was not merely a struggle against a foreign rule, that is the Britishers. It was also a struggle to rejuvenate our country, to bring back our country to life. Our country was dead under Britishers, and to transform our society and politics, to transform the social and the political life of our country. There were sharp differences of opinion within the freedom struggle about the path India should take after independence. Such differences exist even today. There will always be differences. When a group of people, they sit together to discuss something, there are various opinions. But what is the task of a group that is homogeneous in nature? Homogeneous means आप एक ऐसा काम करने के लिए बैठे हैं, तो homogeneous का मतलब क्या होता है? That we all are the same. तो है तो सब आप उसी एक ग्रुप के मेंबर हैं. We all are citizens of India. So we may have different opinion, but we all have to come up to a conclusion that should serve the purpose. Means it is true. You know, there's a very famous saying. You all would have heard it in the class also, I speak it, that you cannot keep everyone dry under a single umbrella. तो उसी तरह सबको खुश नहीं रखा जा सकता है. हर किसी को थोड़ा थोड़ा खुश किया जा सकता है, बट सबको 100% खुश नहीं किया जा सकता है. दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग सेड ओवर हियर, कि वेरियस ओपिनियंस तो उस बॉडी में भी थे और आज भी हम में भी होते हैं. यू आर 4 to 5 members in a family. हमारे इन 4-5 members में भी डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन होते हैं, राइट? बट हाउ डू वी रन आवर फैमिली? ओके, कभी किसी की बात मान ली, कभी मम्मी पापा की बात रख ली, कभी अपनी बात रखवा दी. दैट इज हाउ द लाइफ गोज ऑन. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज रिटन ओवर हियर, दैट सम बेसिक आइडियाज हैड कम टू बी एक्सेप्टेड बाय ऑलमोस्ट एवरीवन. द सेम थिंग हैपेंड इन दिस बॉडी, दैट सम बेसिक आइडियाज वर एक्सेप्टेड बाय ऑल द members. As far back as in 1928, Motilal Nehru and 8 other Congress leaders drafted a constitution for India. So this task actually, if we see, started in the year 1928. In 1931, the resolution at the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress dwelt on, that is, they thought on how independent India's constitution should look like. So the process, that is the deliberation, the thinking process started from 1928. In 1931, in the Karachi session of the Indian National Congress, it was thought upon that what would be the independent India's constitution like. Both these documents were committed to the inclusion of, so one thing common in both the documents, that is 1928 drafted constitution and 1931 was universal adult franchise. That is, voting rights should be given to every adult, and here adult means 18 and above. Right to freedom and equality, and to protecting the rights of minorities. So in the last video also I explained, if there are two sections in society, minorities and majorities, then majorities means who are more in number and minorities means who are less in number in the constitution of independent India. So see, the basic idea was what? If you see 1928 and 1931 both, the basic idea was universal adult franchise, right to freedom, equality and protecting the rights of minorities. Thus, some basic values were accepted by all leaders much before the Constituent Assembly met to deliberate on the Constitution. So, this Constituent Assembly was created or formed after Lord Mountbatten announced that India would be free. The last Governor General, Lord Mountbatten. So, Constituent Assembly kya hai? The group of people who sat together to write the constitution of our country, that is called as Constituent Assembly. So before this body could sit together, some of the basic ideals, that is why it is said that it was not like it was in South Africa. वैसा केस हमारी कंट्री में नहीं था. The familiarity with political institutions of colonial rule, ब्रिटिश कॉलोनी के अंडर थे हम, तो वो ब्रिटिश रूल को ही कॉलोनियल रूल बोला जाता है. Also helped develop an agreement over the institutional design. Institutional design. Our country has picked up the basic institutional design from the British parliamentary system. They also have a parliamentary form of government. We also have a parliamentary form of government. We don't have a presidential form of government. That is in USA, right? So, because we were under their rule for more than 200 years, so it was very easy for us to understand their working system rather than taking up something new. अगर आप किसी के अंडर काम करते हैं 10 साल, 15 साल, 20 साल उसके अंडर काम किया है, तो आप उसकी लैंग्वेज को ज्यादा समझ पाएंगे, उसके वर्किंग स्टाइल को ज्यादा समझ पाएंगे. The same was case with India. So we were familiar with their way of working. So the institutional design, the parliamentary form of government, legislature, executive, judiciary, prime minister would be the real head. President would be the nominal head. कहां से हमने ये सारी चीजें पिक की हैं? हमने ये सारी चीजें कहां से ले ली? ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट से ली. The British rule had given voting rights only to a few. On that basis, the British had introduced very weak legislature. So, कुछ चीजें हमने उनसे नहीं भी ली. हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने from the very beginning, it focused on what? Universal adult franchise. You know, this is a very unique thing that happened in our context. There were many countries, जब उनको इंडिपेंडेंस मिला तो उन्होंने इनिशियली अपनी कंट्री में यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रेंचाइज नहीं दिया. एंड इफ यू रिमेंबर, I discussed with you about Fiji, Estonia, Saudi Arabia. In countries में तो आज भी unequal distribution of voting pattern है. But we are the lucky ones that since the inception of the constitution, there was a very prominent thing, that is universal adult franchise. Elections were held in 1937 to provincial legislatures, that is state legislatures, and ministries all over British India. These were not fully democratic governments, but the experience gained by Indians in the working on the legislative institutions proved to be very useful for the country. So these Indians who were the part of the provincial legislatures, इनका जो expertise था उसने बहुत हेल्प किया when the people sat together to write down a constitution for our country. That is why the Indian Constitution adopted many institutional details and procedures from colonial laws like the Government of India Act 1935. Our Constitution is a very bulky document. वो इसलिए क्योंकि बहुत सारी चीजें हमने ब्रिटिशर से एज इट इज कॉपी कर ली, जिसमें एक प्रोमिनेंट चीज है GOI एक्ट 1935. ये तो मोर और लेस बिल्कुल उसी तरह कॉपी किया गया है हमारे इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. Years of thinking and deliberation on the framework of the Constitution had another benefit. It took 2 years, 11 months and 18 days for the Constituent Assembly to write down the Constitution because, of course, it demanded years of thinking and deliberation. Our leaders gained confidence to learn from other countries. You know, there has been criticism also regarding our Constitution that they took ideas from another countries and it is a copy. So, it is not actually the same case. ये कोई कॉपी पेस्ट नहीं था. जब भी हम कोई नया काम करने बैठते हैं, आप ही को जब स्कूल में कोई प्रोजेक्ट बनाने के लिए दिया जाता है तो आप उसके लिए आइडियाज कलेक्ट करते हैं, राइट? यू ब्राउज इंटरनेट, या आप लाइब्रेरी में जाते हैं, या आप अपने एल्डर से पूछते हैं. तो क्या आप कॉपी करते हैं? नो, यू ओनली टेक आइडियाज. हाँ, सम ऑफ यू कॉपी एंड आई हैव कॉट यू ऑल्सो इफ यू रिमेंबर, बट व्हाट वी डू इज बेसिकली वी take ideas. So because the people in the Constituent Assembly were sitting together for the first time, so they took idea from the constitutions across the globe. Fundamental rights लिया हमने Bill of Rights से, जो USA में है. DPSPs, that is Directive Principles of State Policy, हमने लिया आयरलैंड से. Irish Constitution से लिया. फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज हमने जापान से लिया. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि हमने वहां से उठाया और यहाँ कॉपी पेस्ट कर दिया. लाइक यू पीपल डू व्हेन वी आस्क यू टू राइट अ स्टोरी और अ पोएम और टू मेक सेंटेंसेस, आप लोग कट कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं. तो हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली के लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं किया था. उन्होंने सिर्फ आइडियाज लिए थे और फिर उन्होंने देखा कि हमारी कंट्री के हिसाब से ये कैसे सूटेबल होंगे और फिर उसमें रिस्पेक्टिव चेंजेस करके एंड देन इट वॉज written down in the Constitution. I hope I am clear over here. Many of our leaders were inspired by the ideals of French Revolution. Equality came out from this. The practice of parliamentary democracy in Britain, parliamentary form of government. You know, there's one more thing. Our parliamentary form of government is also called as Westminster form of government. So I'm giving you this as an assignment. मुझे ढूंढ के बताइए. अब आप भी कट कॉपी पेस्ट करने मत बैठ जाइएगा. आइडियाज लीजिए अपने अराउंड से, अपने एल्डर से पूछिए, इंटरनेट ब्राउज करिए. दैट व्हाई इज पार्लियामेंट्री फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट कॉल्ड एज वेस्टमिंस्टेरियल फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट? आई नो यू पीपल आर वेरी स्मार्ट, यूल फाइंड द आंसर. एंड द बिल ऑफ राइट्स इन द यूएस. सो बिल ऑफ राइट्स हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या है? फंडामेंटल राइट्स. The socialist revolution in Russia had inspired many Indians to think of shaping a system based on social and economic equality. हमारे preamble में एक word है socialism. If you have read preamble, आपकी बुक के बिगनिंग में ये हमेशा रहता है. सोशल साइंस की बुक में भी होता है, NCERT की बुक्स में भी है. We the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular republic. तो ये जो socialist word है, socialism, that was taken from Russian Revolution, which means equitable distribution of wealth and resources. So in the next video, I'll explain you what is the difference between equal distribution of wealth and resources and equitable distribution of wealth and resources. Yet they were not simply imitating what others had done. Imitate, नकल करना. तो हमने नकल नहीं की है. जैसे आप कुछ बच्चे करते हैं, वैसे हमारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली ने कोई नकल नहीं किया है. हमने सिर्फ आइडियाज लिए हैं. At each step they were questioning whether these things suited our country. क्या ये आइडिया हमारी कंट्री के लिए फिट है? And if it was fit, it was molded according to the need of our country. All these factors contributed to the making of our constitution. So this is how our constitution was drawn or our constitution was written. Thank you, students. I'll meet you again in the next lecture.